Hi Rangers, and welcome to your first Christmas craft session of 2020. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make some salt dough for the first meeting, and then in the second meeting, after you've dried your salt dough, we're going to decorate them. So tonight it's just all about making the dough and rolling it out and cutting it out for your Christmas tree decorations. As you can see, I've got my Christmassy apron on, because I'm going to be using some food colourings and dyes, and I don't want to get it on my guide leader's uniform. I've got my Christmassy Alice band on, and I've even got my guiding Christmas tree out ready as well to hopefully get us all in the Christmas mood. Right, the ingredients to make salt dough are really easy, so you should have all of these at home. You basically need a cup measure of plain flour, a cup measure of table salt. That's the standard salt that you'd have in a salt shaker on your table, free running salt. And then you just need a small jug of water. And once you've measured your ingredients into your bowl, the dry ingredients, that's the flour and the salt, you just slowly add the water a little bit at a time until you create a firm dough, which should look something like that. Okay, so it shouldn't be too sticky, should be nice and firm so that you can roll it out. Now, Kay, when we had our last meeting, suggested pre-colouring some of the dough. So I've split my dough into 3 separate bowls. So I've got some plain uncoloured salt dough on my work surface, which I'll show you in a minute. I've got some here that I've coloured red. As you can see, I used a glove to protect my hands when I'm colouring it because I didn't want to get red food dye all over my hands. And then this bowl here, I'm going to colour that green later on, so all Christmassy colours. So I'll just make a well in the centre of it and then add some green food colouring into the middle, put the glove on again and slowly work it in till it's gone the colour that I want it to go. So that's making your dough. I'm just going to angle the laptop down. Hopefully you can see. I've got a chopping board here, which I've just been doing some rolling on. So I've got some nice Christmassy cutters. These are ones I bought in Sweden. That's a traditional Dala horse, and that's elk. I've also got larger versions of those, a large elk and a large Dala horse, but I probably haven't got enough dough to do these really big ones, and they might be a bit too heavy for my little Christmas tree. So really all you want is to get awesome Christmas cutters out, like Christmas trees and stars. I've also got some heart cutters. Now, because Guiding is actually doing a joint venture with Children in Need, I have actually got a Pudsey Bear cutter. So if you made a larger amount of dough, you could perhaps do some cutouts using a Pudsey Bear and perhaps sell the decorations that you make to make some money for Guiding and for Children in Need. That's another idea. But so that's quite a big one. I haven't got a smaller one. So I'm just going to stick to small ones. So I've got a tray here where I've already rolled some decorations out. As you can see, I've rolled it quite thinly and I've put a hole in. That's because I'm either going to use these as tree decorations, or the smaller ones I might use as gift tags, which will be slightly different. And I need to put the hole in before they dry out, because once I've put the hole in, if I don't do that before they've dried out, they could crack when I try and make the hole. So I've rolled out some of the dough. You can see here I've got some more flour, so I just put my cutters in some flour first, so hopefully they don't stick. Push it down, take it out, and then to use the hole you could use a pencil. I've got a I can't think we call them, chopstick, that's the word I'm looking for, to make a hole. Put it in the flour first and then just make a hole. And so these smaller ones I might be using as gift tags. something different as a gift tag. And then, I don't know if I can fit now, I can't fit any more of those. Let's do an elk. And then when you can't cut any more of that bit out, you can just roll it into a ball again. And then cut some more decorations out. Obviously you can do things a bit more carefully than I am. I'm doing them quite quickly just to demonstrate. Okay. So I've got a couple of things cut out there. And then with the salt dough decorations, you can either leave them just to sit and dry for a couple of days, or you can put them in the oven at a very, very low temperature. I think they suggest if you're going to put them in the oven to dry them out, about 120 degrees centigrade, so the lowest you can set your oven to. But I'm just going to leave mine out in a dry place just to dry off, and by the time we come to paint them, they should be plenty dry enough. So that's it really. It's just a case of making your dough. If you can get your dough made ready for the meeting, and then we can, perhaps during the Zoom meeting when we come to make them, we can just sit and cut them out while we're talking on the meeting, ready for some extra crafts. So have fun with this one. This is an easier one to do, and on our second meeting that we're going to do the salt dough craft, we'll actually be decorating them. So something similar to this, just either putting a varnish on the top to protect them, or actually painting them with acrylic paints or nail varnish. It's entirely up to you. Okay, have fun with this one, and see you at our first Christmas craft meeting in a couple of weeks' time.